I can't even sit down to do work because I end up in tears with nothing done. Asking 17-year-olds to decide on their future when they have no clue themselves is wrong. How can anyone expect teenagers to know what it is they want to do for the next 70 years of their lives? Madam President, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. That was a tweet that my 19-year-old granddaughter released about 3 weeks ago. And I saw it and I was very touched by it. Eloise is 19 years of age. She's in the middle of her second year of a journalism degree in Coleraine University, and she hates every minute of it. Now, I replied to her, but you can't say much in 140 characters. So I thought to myself, if I had Eloise as a captive audience, what would I say to her? And I come up with some ideas, and when I looked at the ideas, I realised that these ideas aren't just for a 19-year-old girl. These ideas can appeal to anybody, including me. So I basically thought about life. Life is a journey. You're born, you travel through life, and you die. Now, if you think about the journey, your destination is death. That's not really great to think about. So the whole idea is you've got to enjoy the journey. That's what it's all about. You have to enjoy the journey. So if you're driving this bus in your journey through life, what's the first thing you have to think about? Well, the most important thing, I think, is to consider your passengers. Who have you got on the bus? And my number one rule is to get rid of those passengers who are negative. Right? They're the ones that tell you, you can't do that. Or, no, you'll only fail if you try that and everybody will laugh at you. Or worse, which actually happened to a friend of mine, and his father said to him, no boy, that's not for the likes of us. You know, those people will suck the life out of you. And your journey will become a drudge. And as you drudge along, you'll find yourself in a rut. And you keep on going, the rut becomes a trench. And then finally the trench becomes a grave. And that's what the negative people will do to you. So get them off the bus. Right? They're going to do you no good at all. They might be relatives. Or they might even be friends. But get rid of them. Because they're going to drag you right down. The next thing you want to know is the main person that's with you, who will be with you from the start to the finish, is yourself. So, if you're going to be travelling on this long journey with yourself, the first thing is you've got to like yourself. And the second thing is you have to appreciate yourself. So, you've got to think about all the successes that you've had so far. Now, the first success you've had is you were born. You know, that little sperm, one of a million, got through to the egg, and lo and behold, you were born. You know, so you're already an achiever. Then what happened? You learned to smile, right? Then you learned to talk. Then you learned to walk. These are all things. People say, sure, everybody does that. No, they didn't. 999,999 didn't even get here. So you've been a success straight away. So you're on your way already. Now, the other thing about it is, keep reminding yourself about your successes. The problem with human beings is we focus on the failures. You know, somebody comes up and says, oh look, that's a lovely dress you're wearing, and those shoes are gorgeous, and the handbag, wow, but God, that hat. And you immediately go, oh, the hat, why did I buy the hat? You know, you don't think I've got great taste in dresses, wonderful handbag, lovely shoes. No, I made a mess, bought the hat, that was the worst thing ever. You focus on the negative, you know. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. You've had so many successes, all these little successes all the way through your life. You are a successful person. You know? So carry on with that in your mind. Focus on the good things. Now, never ever, this is really, really important, and I've so many people I know who have done this, never ever say anything negative about yourself, even to yourself. Don't say, I can't do that, because you'll not be able to do it. You know, say I can give that a shot. And don't say, I'm stupid. I've heard so many people say I'm stupid. You're not stupid. You just haven't had the experience yet. You know? So don't be saying negative things to yourself. So that's you knowing where you are. The next thing you need to know is, where are you actually going on this journey? Now, life to me is like a snowboard. Right? I don't know if any of you have ever been snowboarding, but it's a brilliant experience. You get on the snowboard. When I was on the snowboard, I'd fallen down, got up, fallen down, got up so many times, and then I still hadn't gone 2 foot this direction, right? And then finally the instructor says to me, right, okay, we'll go down the mountain. Well, actually, what he said was, we'll go down the slight slope. Okay, and he says, all you have to do is look where you want to go. If you want to go left, you look left, you go left. If you want to go right, you look right, and you go right. And believe it or not, that's what happened. It was brilliant. And he says, if you want to look really cool, put your arm out and look down your arm. Really good. It works. It takes you exactly where you want to go. Until you see your friend over there, you go, ah, that's it. You know, so focus on where you want to go. That is where you will get to. If you want to do certain things in life, I call them places along the journey. You know, if you want to float in the Dead Sea, if you want to have a speech on the top of a mountain, or you want to travel around the world, that's what you focus on. And that you will eventually get to that place. So, the next thing is, you're on this bus, you now have some idea where you're going to go. We know who's not going to be on the bus. Who do you want on the bus, right? Well, this is an adage that I've mentioned before. I live by this one. Never ever be the smartest or the best person in the room. Preferably be the dumbest, because that's where you'll learn, right? I joined Toastmasters. A lot of people join Toastmasters because they're scared of speaking. I wasn't scared of speaking. I joined Toastmasters. I wanted to be a better speaker. I joined Toastmasters nearly 3 years ago, and I have learnt so much because of the collection of different people that I've met in Toastmasters. Every single one of them I've learnt something from. To give you just 3 examples, he's not here tonight, but Kevin O'Neill. Kevin O'Neill has taught me more about history than any history teacher ever could have taught me, because he brought it to life. And I learnt stuff from him, right? Absolutely brilliant. Jessica, I mentioned earlier, Jessica doesn't realise it, but she's a natural comedian. If I had that much of the talent that Jessica has, I would feel so much, much better. And Amanda's the smallest person in the room, 5'1.5" inches. I honestly believe she's got the biggest brain, right? I have learned so much from her, I'm still learning from her, and I know I'm going to learn more from her. That's what I mean, get the people you want on the bus with you to travel along your journey, and you will benefit from them. So, we now know who's on the bus, we know where we're going, and when you get there, you want to enjoy the rewards, right? Whenever you have a success, pat yourself on the back. I did that. You know, great. If somebody comes up to you and says, hey, that was really, really good, don't go, oh, no, it was all right. No, yeah, thanks very much, that was good, I enjoyed that, that was good, thanks a lot, I appreciate your, pat yourself on the back. You deserve the reward, right? Don't be putting yourself down, So, accept compliments and accept generosity, right? When people offer you help, take it, right? Not only do you get their help, but on top of that, you're actually helping them, because people like to help other people. As Stephen has shown with his project with the schools, whenever you can give of your time, give of your help, when there's no possibility of a monetary reward or anything like that, the benefit you get out of that is phenomenal. If you help other people without any tangible thing coming back to you, it is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. Right? So I would suggest you do that as much as you can. Now, if you're going to help other people, there's one thing you have to be really, really careful of. You've got to look after yourself, right? Unless you are fit, well, and sane, you're in no position to help anybody else. So the old adage, look after number one, really does apply. Make sure you've got good health, make sure your head's together, and then you can help other people and get all the pleasures of doing that. So in conclusion, as I said, life is a journey. You don't have to follow anybody else, but sometimes it's better if you do. It's up to you. Everybody's totally different. And look forward to making mistakes. Look forward to failure. Because every time you fail, every time you make a mistake, you learn something from it. And the next time you have a bump in the road, you're far better equipped to deal with it. So don't be scared of failure. And really, the one thing you have to remember is that you are often your own biggest critic. Right? You will focus, as I mentioned earlier, on the hat or whatever, you're your own biggest critic. What you have to become is your own biggest supporter. If you're your own biggest supporter, constantly patting yourself in the back and urging yourself on, you'll have a much, much more enjoyable journey. So folks, please enjoy the journey. We only ever pass this way once. Get the most that you can out of it. Thank you.